A warm welcome to all the participants for this webinar on August 1st. And I want to say it's a belated wishes for World Rangers Day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So welcome to all the participants for this webinar. And I welcome our resource person, Mr.S.Sathish sir, for his acceptance. Welcome, sir. It's the time to intro our chief guest, Mr.S.Sathish sir, working as a forest range officer in Ramanathapuram Wildlife Range of Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park for the past 4 years. He involved himself in a seagrass marine life like dolphins, sea turtles, and whale shark rescue. You have been releasing more than 10,000 sea turtle hatchling every year, highest record in Tamilnadu coast. He informed Friends of Dugong Club in Fisheries village to conserve sea cow. Every year, they are planting and restoring more than 100 acres of mangroves in Falk Bay area. They have informed special scuba diving team with forest officials to rescue and underwater plastic cleanup program, first time created in forest department in India. He has remanded more than 100 criminals who have been involved in smuggling of sea cucumber, sea horses, pipe fishes, and coral reefs. And that's why he has been received Earth Hero 2019 award in Delhi under the category of Save the Species. Every year, 7 people are selected all over the India for the award in different categories. Now he is doing his PhD research to conserve coral reef in Gulf of Mannar. He has started Karankada Mangrove Ecotourism Point to give awareness to the public about marine ecosystem. Thank you, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome to the webinar. And it is a pleasure to have such an eminent person from the forest department today, sir. Thank you, sir. Welcome, sir.
So
Okay, sir. You go ahead, sir. You can share your screen now, sir.
Yeah. It's okay, sir. It's visible. Hello. Sir, it is visible. Hello. So it is visible.
So not at visible, sir. Not at visible now. It's no problem. You have your own time, sir. No problem.
No.
Yes, it's now visible, sir.
Visible, huh? Okay.
Yes, now it's visible.
Yeah. So good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the host for giving this very good opportunity to share about Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve and as well as marine ecosystem. Actually, it's my pleasure to share my experience with all the eminent participants because as far as forest is concerned, conservation concerned, we used to talk about a lot of tiger reserve, wildlife sanctuaries, elephant reserves, and rainforest, wetlands. But we are not at all ready to pay our attention towards the marine ecosystems. I can say it is one of the different world. We are having plenty of biodiversity resources in the marine ecosystem. As far as Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve is concerned, it has been announced in 1989. So this is the first marine national park in Southeast Asia. So 1986, it has been announced as a marine national park. The total area is 560 square kilometer. In the slide, you can see the Gulf of Mannar area. It is from this part is Sri Lanka, right side, and this one is Rameshwaram. So you can see the Gulf of Mannar area. So in the Gulf of Mannar area, what are the resources and biodiversities are there? So now let me explain about this. So the first marine biosphere reserve, it has been declared in 1989. So total area is 10,500 square kilometer. So marine national park is core area. Biosphere reserve is the buffer area. It is covering moreover 10,500 square kilometer. It is situated in Tamil Nadu. It is covering moreover four districts from Rameshwaram to Tuticorin, Tirunelveli and Kanyakumari. So the total length is coastal length is 364 kilometers actually. So this is the island which is we are having in the Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park. So we are having 21 islands. So islands means you can very well remember about Andaman and Nicobar Islands. You can see a lot of islands in Andaman and Nicobar. But in our Tamil Nadu also we are having 21 islands. So Single, Kudusadai, Pulivasal, these are the different names of 21 islands, in which two islands has been submerged. So right now we are having 19 islands. It has started from Rameswaram to Tuticorin. We are having 21 islands. So this is the red part I have marked out. So it has been segregated into four groups: Mandapam group of island, Kilakari group of island, Vebar group of island, and Tuticorin group of island. These are the island located area in Marine National Park. So what is a core zone? So the Marine National Park, it is concerned two things: one core zone and buffer zone. All the protected area must be having core zone and buffer zone. The 21 islands, it is the core zone. So not only the terrain part of the island, so up to the 6 meter depth in the bay side and 9 meter depth in the seabed side. Up to this water also, it is taken as a Marine National Park area. This is the core zone of the Marine National Park area. Right side I have the photograph. So that is the national park boundaries actually. And then this is the buffer zone. Apart from 6 meter to 20 meter depth, where it is ends 20 meter depth, that is buffer zone. And in the terrain area from coastal villages, lot of coastal villages are there. So up to 10 kilometers from the Marine National Park area, this is also buffer zone. In the buffer zone, we are restricted some activity. In the core zone, everything has been restricted, but in the buffer zone, the people used to live. But we are restricting some important activity which is affecting the environment and ecosystem. So this is the buffer zone. You are seeing one island. You can see very well. You can see the island port, and up to 6 meter, it is a national park. You just imagine up to 6 meter depth to 20 meter depth, from 20 meter to 10 kilometer radius. It is the buffer zone. So that is why it is giving 10,500 square kilometers. So it covers moreover four districts actually. So you might have come across a lot of ecosystems actually. So rainforest ecosystem, wetland ecosystem, so a lot of woodland ecosystem. So in the particular presentation, I would like to explain about three ecosystems, mainly that is mangrove ecosystem, seagrass ecosystem, and coral reef ecosystem. These three are very important as far as marine port is concerned, and it covers moreover seaweed beds, estuaries, mudflats, rocky shore, sand beach, or their habitat. So actually, the Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park used to call it as it is a paradise of marine biologists. So why? Because we are having moreover 4,223 species of flora and fauna we are having. You have to be very proud actually. So you can see it is a paradise. That much of biodiversity we are having. So, but the youngster also they don't have much aware about the biodiversity which we are having. So in Tamil we used to say "Enna valam illai the Perunattu." Like we are having plenty of diversity, but the thing is we must aware about the diversity which we are having. We are living in a very beautiful country. It is having all the biodiversity. You must know the things which is having in our country. This is the chart of life biodiversity abstract, in which we are having 48 species of Prostita, and 11 species of important 11 species of mangroves, 15 species of seagrasses, 181 species of seaweeds, and you can see lost 5 species of turtles. In world, we are having 70 sea turtles, but in India, we are having 5 species of sea turtles. And that all five are available in Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park. We are having 13 species of snakes, 290 species of birds in the marine ecosystem, and 7 species of marine mammals. Then 100 and 200 species of fishes, 856 species of mollusks. This is something about everything. This is something about everything, the biodiversity which is we are having in the Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park. You see how much of biodiversity we are having in the underwater ecosystem. The first, as I already told you, this is a different ecosystem is there. Coral reef ecosystem is one of the important ecosystem. So just we can go through what are the status of the coral reef ecosystem in the Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park. Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park, we are having 110 square kilometer total reef area we are having. So it is one of the four major parts of coral reefs area in India is there. One Andaman Nicobar is one of the coral reef area, and Gujarat also comes under. And one of the four major hotspot, Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park is one of the major hotspot for coral reef ecosystem biodiversity. And in 110 square kilometer of reef, we are having only 117 species of coral species, in which last 2007 report it shows that 23.78 percentage of coral is alive, but last year it has been increased up to 35 percentage actually. So this is the coral reef status in the Gulf of Mannar. Why we have to conserve these coral reefs? A lot of the species are there. Why we have to conserve these coral reefs? What is the benefit of the coral reefs? You can see. So we can see this is the rainforest of the sea. We are having plenty of coral reefs in the underwater. We can call it as a rainforest of the sea. It is mainly used for coastal protection from natural calamities. So I have been here for the past 3.5 years. Last year I attempted for Kaja cyclone, and even though before 2016-14 tsunami was also there, but this particular Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park and coastal village have not at all been affected 5 to 10% even. Why? Because it is because of the coral reef ecosystem and mangrove ecosystem. It is used to act as a backup cell for the ecosystem. So that is the main part. So because of this ecosystem, lot of villages, fisher folks are living with peace. So that is the main part. It is conserving the people from the natural calamities. Next one is fisheries. It is the spawning ground for a lot of fishes, sponges, and crabs, prawns, lobsters. For everything, it is a spawning ground. And tourism. So in Andaman and Nicobar, you can see because of this coral reef ecosystem, it has been they are minting money like anything because of this coral reef ecosystem, and tourism are plenty of people are visiting every year Andaman and Nicobar Island. But in Gulf of Mannar, we are not at all have been started the tourism. Tourism work is going on actually. So it is moreover 1 lakh people are depending on the coral reef ecosystem indirectly. That is main point. Then this is the biodiversity storehouse. It is a very good carbon storehouse. It is one of the important biodiversity storehouse actually. So these are the different types of coral reefs I have displayed here. When I am a scuba diver, when I am diving into the underwater, I can see a lot of these kind of species. The first one is massive coral. It is used to resemble like your brain actually. So in brain neurons used to be like zigzagging like that. The massive corals used to be like the brain, and the branching corals like branches. You can see the second one. It is very colorful corals used to see in the underwater. Then digitated, just like our fingers, the finger-like structures used to be there. Then table corals used to be tables like structure. This is table corals. Then foliage corals. It is just like a leaf structure. You can see like one leaf is there in the underwater, like this structure used to be there. Then cup coral used to be resembles like a cup. That is cup corals. And then fungus used to resemble like fungus. This is fungus species. Then finally, this is soft coral. There are two types of coral is there, one hard coral and soft coral. Again, I have mentioned the 7 types of hard coral. This last one is very soft. The skeletons used not be there. But in the other species, you used to see the calcium skeleton used to be there. But in soft corals, the skeleton is not be there. If you are touching this coral reef, if you are taking the coral reef, the fine is 3 years to 7 years imprisonment and 10,000 rupees fine. I can see some people all over the world, they used to keep the live corals in the fish tank also. It is an offense. You are not supposed to keep the live corals inside the fishing tank. Please don't do that. If you are having your fishing tank also, please hand it over to the forest department, or you please just throw it out. Otherwise, you will be in the trouble. Coral mining. So coral mining is a big problem in 1970s. Why? Because like sand mining and like that of mining is now also going on. So coral mining in 1970s was a very important problem. Every year, 60,000 cubic meter, 25,000 metric tons per annum from Pop Bay and Gulf of Mannar have been exalted actually. But I would like to thank our ex-Prime Minister, respected Mrs. Indira Gandhi, ma'am. So she has implemented Wildlife Protection Act in 1972. Because of this act, this coral also it comes under the protected schedules in 2005. So 2000. After that, in 2005 onwards, it has been stopped. The coral mining is now zero. It has been continued. Definitely, the total ecosystem has been vanished. Really, I would like to thank ma'am and all the policy makers who have included this coral mining, coral in the schedule system. Actually. So why our people in our part, whether we are conserving the nature or not, that is not at all a matter. But we are trying to pollute the nature and ecosystem as early as possible and as possible as actually. So what we are doing to the coral ecosystem or marine ecosystem, we are dumping the solid wastes in the coastal areas. You just see the photographs how they have dumped the old nets and everything. This one part of the menace to the ecosystem. Then untreated water discharge from industrial and domestic untreated water. And unscientific development of industries, resorts, salt bank, and aquaculture. I can say some example from the aquaculture. Aquaculture it is very very important for the commercial uplift of the local people. But the thing is, there is very particular guidelines is there in the Aqua Act. They must erect one effluent treatment plant to treat the water. After that, they must discharge in the ocean. But what our people are doing, they are not at all coming for the implementation of effluent treatment plant as early as they are discharging into the ocean and to the sea. Because of this, what is happening? Because of this, the salinity is getting increased, and because of this, the mangrove ecosystem and the coral ecosystem has been vanished. So I have witnessed and I have booked case also because of this kind of illegal activity in aquaculture. Like this, many industries are as just like that they are discharging the wastewater into the sea. Then invasive exotic weed. This is Copperfigus salvarizi. This is a speed weed which has been implemented and introduced from Philippines by the department because it is one kind of the livelihood for the local fisherfolk. But what has been happened, this particular weed has been encroaching the coral reef. Because of this, the suffocation was there. So that's why from 2005 onwards, we have banned, the forest department has banned the cultivation of this exotic weed. This is also one of the important problem for the coral reef ecosystem. The natural threats, climate change and global warming. In 2016, what has happened? 2016, coral bleaching was there. Because of this global bleaching, global warming, coral bleaching was happened in the Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park area. Now it has been recorded somewhat good. And the coral disease also there. Coral, like a human being, we are having lot of diseases like that. Corals also having lot of diseases like cancer, rot, uh, band, like a lot of diseases are there. Now the picture, what you're seeing, this is coral bleaching. So what is coral bleaching? Coral bleaching is nothing but actually a small organism that is called planula. It used to stick into the simple rock and it is having a symbiotic relationship with the zooxanthellae. Because of the zooxanthellae and the planula symbiotic relationship, This kind of colorful reaction, colorful skeletons has been formed, and it has been live. But because of the rise in temperature, if the rise in sea temperature, what is happening? The zooxanthellae get away from the planula and this coral. Because of this separation, the corals are getting bleached. It used to look like very whitish in color. So this is the coral bleaching. So 2016 we have recorded these photographs are taken in 2016. Gulf of Mannar has 30% of the coral reefs has been affected because of the coral bleaching problems. Actually. These are the coral eel issues in the Gulf of Mannar. There are a lot of coral eel issues we have recorded in the Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park also. The coral restoration in Ireland. So you can say, okay, sir, you are saying about many things, but what you people are doing, what forest department is doing for the conserving this kind of coral restoration work. So I'm doing my PhD right now. I'm doing my PhD in the coral restoration of in Gulf of Mannar Islands. What we are doing, actually, the left photograph you are seeing the iron frames. Like that of iron frames, we are keeping inside the sea, and with the cement blocks used to be there. In the cement blocks, we are taking some part of the coral pots and we are fixing it to the iron frame. So we used to choose some barren land. What you are seeing is a lot of deserts, Thor desert or something desert or barren land inside the land area. Like that in the sea also a lot of barren lands used to be there. In the particular barren lands we used to identify, and the particular area we used to keep this kind of artificial restoration coral reef frames and everything. And we used to monitor, we used to check the growth status and everything. And in course of time was to be there, the soil deposits used to be there. We used to clear the soils and everything. And with the continuous monitoring, the particular 1 year or 2 years, the particular barren land has become a very good, beautiful coral biodiversity enrichment area. So these are the things which we are doing by the forest department. This is how we are placing the cement blocks inside the frames. So after a course of a time, what is happening, like what you're seeing in the third photograph, it is a small pinch of like finger-like corals has grown up like this. So we used to monitor. This is one kind of the success story, not only Gulf of Mannar, many part of Andaman, Nicobar and Lakshadweep, many part of our country, they are all doing, even foreign countries also they are doing good. And we are also following the same principle for restoring the coral reef ecosystem. The next six ecosystem I like to share the seagrass. Seagrass, I can say it's one kind of the clubbed band. We are having over 13 types of seagrass. We are having Cymadecia, Thalacia, Alophila, lot of seagrass are there. Why we have to conserve this seagrass? This seagrass is particular biodiversity report is very good for the fishes, crabs, and prawns. And lot of sea turtles, particularly dugong, very vulnerable and endangered species, is depending on the seagrass ecosystem. In the sea, underwater, you can see lot of seagrass meadows. The particular seagrass meadows, it attracts lot of the marine animals like sea turtles and dugong. So just we have to choose like a lot of barren land, and we are also doing a lot of seagrass rehabilitation works in the barren lands. These are the seagrass species. Hennelis uproides, it is endemic to the Gulf of Mannar. Then Alophila ovalis, this particular species, it used to attract a lot of dugong, sea cow, actually. So we are planting the Alophila ovalis also, and we are choosing Cyanidacea species for restoration work. These are the photographs. This is the last one is Alophila ovalis and Cyanidacea cervica. A lot of species are there. These are the photographs we can see in the underwater. We have taken this actually. This seagrass ecosystem in the underwater used to be there. How we are doing the seagrass rehabilitation work? We are taking the 1 meter, 1 meter frame. In the frame, we are tying with a small rope. In the rope, we are inserting the small grass strips, and we are keeping it in the underwater. But if you are keeping as such, it will be with the over tidal portion. It used to come to the shore, so we used to keep four pegs in the four sides. Like this, we are placing plenty of frames underwater by the help of a scuba diving kit with oxygen cylinder, and it has given a very good result. Actually, we are using some Sugandhi Devas Marine Research Institute scientists also for the technical support for the department. These are the seagrass rehabilitation work we are doing in underwater. It has given a very good result as far as rehabilitation is concerned. And third part is mangroves. Actually. So mangroves, I can say it is one of the unique, specific, and vulnerable ecosystem. Actually, the July 26th we have celebrated World Mangrove Day. Actually, so in the World Mangrove Day is we can say in the, all over the world we are having 50 million acres of mangroves. In India, we are having moreover 4,975 acres of square kilometers of this particular mangrove species we are having in India. The top three states are like West Bengal. Already we have known the Sundarbans. It is one of the proud moment we can say the Sundarbans we are having in other country. So West Bengal. Next one is Gujarat, and third one is this Andaman and Nicobar Islands. After that, we are having Odisha, Bhitarkanika mangroves are there. In Telangana, Koringa is there. In Tamil Nadu and Goa is there. So, lot of some states are also having mangrove ecosystem. In Tamil Nadu also, we are having three districts. For example, we are having Muttupettai from the Kadalur and Muttupettai, Pichavaram. Then finally, Ramanathapuram district. In Tamil Nadu, we are having only 45 square kilometers of mangroves. I can say those states which is having mangroves is one kind of blessed actually. Already I told you, the mangroves are one kind of the important ecosystem. It is a spawning ground for many crabs and everything actually. I can say one village is there. His name is Karangada in my range. In this particular village, we are having mangroves. Moreover, 300 to 500 women, they are taking every day. They are taking the crab in and around the mangrove ecosystem. Their livelihood is supported by the mangrove ecosystem. Why the crab population is more? Because of the mangroves. So, like this is supporting the people like anything, and it is control the erosion also, and it is one kind of the carbon storehouse also. And so, because of this, mangrove ecosystem is a salt tolerant plant. Intertidal portion we can see from the land to sea. Intertidal portion we can see a lot of this mangrove ecosystem actually. We are having plenty of mangrove species. Tempis acidula that is endemic to the Gulf of Mannar. You can see only in the Gulf of Mannar, that is Tempis acidula. Avicennia species, Rhizophora, Celiaps, Tagal. So lot of mangrove species are there in our ecosystem, in our Gulf of Mannar marine national park area. So these are the four species. Like I have displayed how the fruits used to be look like, how the flowers used to look like, and the vivipary. You can see the rhizophora. You can see the viviparous seeds and prop roots. These are the peculiar characters of the mangrove ecosystem actually. And every year we are planting more over 100 acres of this mangrove for a new mangrove plantation. This year also I have done more over 100 acres of new mangrove plantation, and we are renovating the old mangrove plantation, 10 years mangrove plantation, 15 years mangrove plantation, and we are renovating the old mangrove plantation to improve the biodiversity and improve the mangrove cover of the particular area. What are the threats actually? Already said, you can see the photograph. We are having the habitat destruction and degradation, increased fishing activities, pollution like the stream form discharge, and more vessels actually, and poaching and diseases, incidental capture while fishing, and encroachment. These are the lot of threats to the mangrove ecosystem. So yeah, this is the time we have to realize whether we are doing good for our mother nature. Mother Nature is giving plenty of resources to us. What we are giving back. I can say you not give anything to the Mother Nature. You don't do any bad things to the Mother Nature. That is a very important thing right now. These are the new plantations we have done, and this is the fishbone types of technique we are using for planting of new mangrove plantation. This is the main branch, and this is the sub channels in which we are planting dribbling the mangrove seeds and everything. Within 1 or 2 months, it has come up very well. Actually, we are maintaining every year also. Finally, the seaweed, I would like to say, in the seaweed, we are having 147 types of seaweeds that we are having. In the 17 types of seaweeds are economically important seaweeds. Like this, I have mentioned Gerardiella, Basilaria, Sargassum, Turbinaria, Padaina. In Tamil, we used to say Marikulandu Pasi, Kanji Pasi, Air Pasi, Katakora Pasi, Pakoda Pasi, Sanga Pasi. What people are ecstatic for this? Why the people are depending on this? I can say in the Biosphere Reserve, moreover, 10,000 families are depending on this particular seaweed collection. Even 70% of the women are involving in the seaweed collection. You can see, you wonder, the women used to take the boat, they are getting inside the sea and they are diving to the sea and they are collecting the seaweed. It's really very courageous. I have to appreciate the women. And one more thing is, from these seaweeds, we are extracting agar and then polysaccharides. We are tasting a lot of ice creams. The ice creams we are using a lot of this kind of seaweeds. You see one thing in Japanese, every day people used to take these kind of sea algae or seaweeds. Because of this, their lifespan has been increased. It has been proven actually. So in India, we are using for pharmaceutical purposes and for this kind of ice cream making and some other uses. In the seaweed collection, what people are doing for the coral, there's a lot of coral area which is having more seaweed. When people are collecting the seaweed, they used to trample the coral also. This is one kind of the indirect effect to the ecosystem actually. Their main focus is collecting the seaweed, but they used to forget about the corals. They used to trample if they are collecting. But we are regulating the women's. You should not do this. You are not supposed to trample like that. We are regulating the vision program without disturbing the coral reef with how to collect the seaweed. We are giving a lot of training programs also. And finally, they are rearing in the by giving the training. They are for homemade. They are used to making this kind of seaweeds also. Then protected conches. Everybody they used to come to the Rameshwaram. Suddenly they used to take it. We have to purchase one conch for our family or for like this. But you have to be very sure you should not purchase these kind of conches. Actually, this is all very banned item. It comes under Schedule 1 also. 3 years to 7 years imprisonment. A lot of plenty of seeds are there. This is first one is king shell. Second one is queen shell. Then the Tribesium or sponge, which is like banana flavor. So India's cone shell, this kind of the yarnacle, iris and the gold banded version. These are the very particular things I have posted. But a lot of very banned items are there. When you are purchasing things, you should not purchase these kind of banned items. Other than that, you can purchase. And if you are having any banned items in your home also, please hand it over to the forest department. These are the we can call it as it is a molluscus. They are having in the underwater Gulf of Mannar marine national park ecosystem. The protected birds. Moreover, 200 types of birds we are having in the marine national park area. The first I have posted is white-bellied sea eagle. If any bird watcher is there, they could say this kind of birds we can see in the marine national park area only. And in the Gulf of Mannar, we are having white-bellied sea eagle, then osprey, then grey heron. Finally, the flamingos. I would like to suggest you after the corona impact, if you are really interested to watch these flamingos in thousand numbers, 8,000 to 12,000, you can please visit Rameshwaram Dhanuskodi. In the one hotspot is there that is called Godamba Rama Temple area, the lagoon. The particular lagoon, in one stretch you can see moreover 10,000 flamingos. Really, it is an important system. You can visit if you are really interested in nature. Then a lot of terns, seagulls, and crab plover. It is one of the important bird which is travel from the other countries. It used to be see in the marine national park area. One of the migratory bird, crab plover. So these are the plenty of birds also we are having in the marine national park area. And if you are touching the Schedule 1 birds also, 3 years to 7 years imprisonment is there. See, I have posted one newspaper news in which what they have done. So they have killed some birds and they have preserved the birds. In the birds, they have inserted the sticks and they are keeping it in the lawn area. Under the sticks, they used to place the fishing, sorry, birds net actually. The birds used to fly on the sky. They used to see some of our congregations are sitting there. They used to come and sit. They usually trap this kind of birds. These are the cases we have booked more than 25 cases in the last year. We have remanded many criminals and we have rescued and lively released a lot of birds also, endangered birds also we have released. This kind of crimes also happening. This is the protected marine animals we are having, like the whales we are having. Whales means you can see blue whale and the dolphins, then porpoise, then dugong. This is sea cow or dugong, then sea turtle, then whale shark, sea horses and pipe fishes, and sea cucumber. These are very important protected marine animals like elephant, tiger, lion, or something else. So these are very, very important marine animals. It is all protected. If you are touching and if you are poaching, 3 years to 7 years imprisonment as per the Wildlife Protection Act. I would like to say some fact about this one of the every individual. I would like to share. What are the major threats to the marine animals? One is poaching, sea cucumber, sea horses, sea cow, pipe fishes, stone squirrel, poaching is there, and pollution is there. Climate change is the natural phenomenon, and over exploitation. Already told you, severe exploitation, destructive fishing practices. Yesterday also, if you have read the newspaper, and the Supreme Court has ordered that you might have the High Court has ordered that you must ensure whether the trawlers has been stopped or not. Because in the trawlers boat, what they are doing, they are totally trawl all the bottom of the marine ecosystem. It used to trawl coral reef ecosystem, it used to trawl all the seaweed, seagrass, every ecosystem has been vanished because of this trawling. So the trawling is totally banned in the marine ecosystem, and even though the court is ordered, whether this has been implemented 100%, you have to check it out and you have to conserve this kind of marine ecosystem. So like that, yesterday also they have given one order. So like that, even judiciary department also they are very much interested to conserve this kind of biodiversity. So like that, we have to aware about the importance of this kind of ecosystem. And sea cucumber, what you are seeing in the photograph, that is sea cucumber. The lot of sea cucumbers are there in the world, and the particular species which is having in the hand is the sandfish or Holothurias scabra. The Holothurias scabra is very, very endemic to the Gulf of Mannar, and people used to collect it and they used to process and they used to smuggle it for other countries also. They used to sell it for good amount of money because other foreigners they used to have it as a soup making a recipe like they are. It's very fortunate Indian people are not at all tasting this kind of marvelous creatures. I can compare this sea cucumber with this kind of earthworms. You can see if any land without earthworms, you just imagine about the fertility of the soil. Really, if there is no earthworms, definitely the fertility will be not there. Like that, if there is no sea cucumber in the underwater, definitely there will be no fertile in the marine ecosystem. One individual of the sea cucumber every year they used to give the 40 kilo of excreta. This excreta is it is really helpful for a lot of spawning purposes of marine ecosystem and many things, very small microorganisms. They used to use these sea cucumbers as a host or parasite. They used to use this, and because of this excreta of the particular sea cucumber, the alkalinity and acidity of the marine is also drastically equalized, which is think about one similar micro, just a small organism, it controls the acidity and alkalinity of the ocean. You just imagine this. Because of this, it is comes under Schedule 1 Wildlife Protection Act. So we are conserving and we have remanded moreover 100 criminals for the past 3 years. That's why I have been awarded for Earth Hero Award 2019 last year in Delhi. Because of this activity, they have awarded me also. Why? Because I have releasing lot of sea cucumber in the common drink, the second photograph. We used to collect a live sea cucumber also. 100 kgs of live sea cucumber we used to release inside the sea also. So people, we have to aware about that. We should not collect this kind of marvelous creatures. And seahorses. Seahorses, we are having 32 types of seahorses. We can see the hippocampus, we can see in the World Production Act also. We have arrested one criminal. He is exporting from here to Chennai. From Chennai, it is going some part of the world. So per kilo of processed seahorses, they are selling it about 25 to 30,000 actually. So what is the benefit of this seahorses? The seahorses it used to be in the shallow water area. The courtship dance is very important thing of seahorses, And the male pregnancy. The male pregnancy is very important. Typical character of the sea horses. It is very endangered species. We have to conserve. So we must avoid the poaching of this kind of sea horses. And dugong. So dugong is one of the marine herbivore. As per 2015 or 10 report, it is showing that only 70 to 150 individuals are allowed in the Park Bay and the Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park. The lifespan of this particular individual is for more or less 70 years, and the gestation period is 12 to 14 months, like for a human being, and for yearly one, they used to give one young one bird. Why people are hunting this? People are hunting this because of this red meat. We used to have this meat actually for they used to purchase it for even 100,000 rupees per kg. You just see if any fisherman catching this, if it is adult is 300 kg means they are selling about 3 lakh rupees. Really. But we have to change their poaching attitude to conservation attitude. Now what we are doing, we have formed a lot of dugong club in which we are enrolling a lot of youth and fisher folk, in which we are honoring the people who are all rescuing and releasing lively. We are giving even 10,000 rupees reward because we have to do because nowadays the seeing the animal itself it is very rare. Yeah, but wherever the seagrass meadows are there, and the particular area, the seagrass sea cow population also used to be there. And we have developed one app also that is called Save Dugong app. That is one kind of Google app. The fisher folk they used to get into the sea. If they are capturing the live photograph of the particular sea cow, then we are giving awards and we are giving a lot of rewards also. So like that, we are doing a lot of awareness programs. We have to conserve this kind of dugong in the Marine National Park area. Then sea turtle crimes. You can see sea turtle because of this animal. Already I told you, sea turtle. We are having olive weekly turtle. We are having green turtle, oxbill turtle, loggerhead turtle, and leatherback turtle. So five types of sea turtles are having in our Gulf of Mannar area. And the sea turtle, we are having plenty of fishes, crabs, and lobster, uh, squid to eat. But many people they used to eat this sea turtle meat also. Very clever for this. They lively they are catching the sea turtle. When it is live, they used to take the flesh of the sea turtle and just they are throwing it out. In the course of time, after 2 weeks, the KRFs used to watch the show. It is very fatiguing for. And some part, what is some sea turtle used to entangle in the net. Simply they can tear the net and they can release. But what they are doing is simply they are cutting their fingers and they are simply they are throwing it off. Just you imagine if anybody is cutting your two legs and two hands, how can you survive? How it can be survived in the marine ecosystem, that kind of competitive ecosystem. Really, we can rescue a lot of sea turtles without their flippers and everything. It's a very pathetic point. The fisher folk, I request you all, please, if there is any sea turtle in your net, just please release it. And we are also giving a lot of sea turtle exclusive device. It has to be installed in the net. If they are installing the sea turtle exclusive device automatically it will be coming out. But people are not at all coming forward to install this kind of device in their fishing nets. Actually. Dolphins. So dolphins, we are having plenty of species. So what you are seeing, this is humpback dolphins and spinner dolphin, bottlenose dolphin, common dolphin, the rough-toothed dolphin. Lot of dolphins are there. Nowadays, the important point is lot of dolphins used to death because of the plastic intake. They used to consume the old nets of the fishing net actually. Because of this, the Dutch pond used to contaminate it. We have done a lot of postmortem the dugong also. We can observe a lot of plastic nets in the digestive pond. It is a very pathetic pond actually. And it is people used to call it as a friends of fishermen. It used to drive all the fishes to their net. They used to treat it as a very good friend of the fisherman. Fortunately, the people not at all consuming the meat of dolphin. Otherwise, this population also has been drastically decreased. The animal rescue, we are having a lot of animals we are rescuing. The first one is sea cow, dugong rescue. The fisher folk have been rescued the sea cow from their net and they are released safely. That is some kind of the important positive approach of the conservation of the particular marine animal. The second one is you are seeing one sea turtle. It is one side flipper is not there. Even though we are releasing into the sea, again it will be coming out. Really, it's a pathetic point. In the and animals like what you are seeing the whale shark. So finding the whale shark in the Gulf of Mannar and the Bombay, it's just like a boon. Whenever the people used to see these photographs, they used to whether the Gulf of Mannar is having a whale shark, like, because it's one of the gorgeous and domicile animal, and it is a shark actually because of the size. We used to call it as a whale shark, and we have rescued even the juvenile part of the whale shark, and we have released safely in the sea also. You can see the second photographs, the sea turtle without the flippers. You see, it is because of what? It is because of the fisher folk that they have cut the flippers. And in the foreign countries, they have the technology to install the artificial flippers. But in our country, we have not at all developed that much. We don't have that much of advanced technology to install. Obviously, within 1 or 2 months, it will be done. This is the pathetic part. And underwater plastic learning. So every now I can see a lot of IT people, lot of school people and college people. They used to collect the plastic. Really, I appreciate you all. It's a well done. Because last year also we have implemented this plastic ban in our Tamil Nadu state also. So we are collecting the plastic what you are seeing in the next slide, but lot of plastics inside the water also. 8 million tons of plastics every year that is being accumulated in the inside the ocean. So what we have to do? Can we collect all the plastics? No. But we are selecting some hotspot area. In the particular hotspot, we are collecting the sea plastics actually. So we are having from the forest department 8 members teams are there. This is the first time a scuba diving it has been formulated in India in the forest department, and we are used to dive inside the water. We have to collect the plastic papers and everything in the coral reef area and everything. So we are doing in very important monthly once or twice we are doing for plastic cleaning with the help of scuba diving. This is the team actually, even the volunteers from the NGOs or Wildlife Institute of India. A lot of ladies used to be involved with us for diving this kind of scuba diving. Actually, in this particular slide, I'd like to say about a few lines about scuba diving. If you are interested to see the underwater marine ecosystem, you can learn scuba diving actually. So scuba diving, just like our driving license, you must have a diving license. For that PADI is an institute, they used to give the license. Lot of institutions are there, even Pondicherry, Temple Adventure Institute are there, in which you can train, and after training you can go and go for diving also. That is one kind of some youngsters used to call me and ask about scuba diving, how to people learn, where do you learn. So in Temple Chennai you are having, you can learn scuba diving. It is a very important adventurous sport you can learn. You can enjoy the underwater ecosystem. And then myself, I have dived underwater. I can see a lot of the Kupka packet also. We have collected a lot of plastic bottles, plastic covers, and straws and everything. There's even a Kupka packet also was there. The marine animals used to consume this kind of plastic. Definitely within 1 or 2 months it used to die. The plastic cleanup in the island, a lot of youngsters, a lot of college students also used to do it. In 2018, January 26, we have done this. Within 2.5 hours, we have collected 1.5 tons of this plastic in the island marine national park area. You just imagine so how much of plastics are being accumulated in the coastal and underwater. So please don't throw the plastic inside the water. And we are having the planting. So for island we are having palmyra planting, taller seed planting also we are doing in the marine national park because if we don't plant, definitely it will be eroded. For conserving the island from the erosion, we are planting a lot of this kind of natural inherent species and the palmyra also because palmyra used to come up very well in the sandy beaches. Then sea turtle conservation is one of not the important thing. Already told you we are having 5 types of sea turtle. And in the India, in Tamil Nadu, we are every year we are collecting moreover 20,000 eggs of sea turtle, olive sea turtle actually. The sea turtle we used to walk in the morning 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and we used to collect this kind of sea turtle, and we used to keep it in the semi-permanent hatchery for 50 to 70 days. It is the incubation time. After that, the hatchling is to come it out, and we are releasing in the sea as well as actually. And you know one thing, if you are releasing thousand numbers of sea turtle hatchling, only one will be survived. That's it. That is 1,000:1 ratio. You can ask why, sir, why you have consult this sea turtle? Why you are giving importance to this sea turtle? Why? Because sea turtle, if there is a sea turtle means definitely it used to consume the jellyfishes. Jellyfishes used to consume the fish egg actually. So if there is no sheep turtle, the population of the jellyfishes used to be more. Because of the population increase in the jellyfishes, there is a lot of decrease in the fish production. So a lot of fishermen used to in the problematic conditions. So that is why we are encouraging sea turtle population also. And one more thing is one kind of electromagnetic bond has been created between the sand beaches and the sea turtle. We can compare the sea turtle with one humans actually. So humans, after marriage, they used to come for their mother's home for the delivery purpose. Like that, if you are releasing one sea turtle hatchling, definitely for the egg laying moss nesting program, it used to come to the same beaches. It is by tagging also it has been proven, and scientifically it has been proven actually. So we have to keep the clean beaches very clean and everything. So this is digital conservation. We are giving 95% success rate. It is one of the successful project in the Tamil Nadu. We are considering the sea turtle. And in Andaman, you can see a lot of these kind of tourism activities also. In Tamil Nadu also, we are about to start tourism in the Marine National Park area. For that, we have constructed some jetties and we have purchased boat also. Very soon, we used to, yeah, with the higher officials, we used to start up this tourism also. In the particular tourism, why we are starting? We are opening one island for tourism. In the particular tourism, people they can get one kind of awareness about the marine ecosystem. They can see a lot of corals. They can see the mangrove ecosystem. So we would like to educate the people through the ecotourism. That is important thing. And then we are giving lot of awareness to the important days like World Wildlife Day, Forest Day, like this. We are giving lot of awareness to the school student and everybody, and we are making school students to release the sea turtle hatchlings. Really, they can get one kind of interest and affinity towards the nature. That's why we are doing this kind of awareness also. This is the olive ridley sea turtle hatchlings. Like this, it used to be there. We used to release into the sea every year. Like this, we are releasing moreover 15,000, 20,000 hatchlings every year. So finally, I would like to say a few facts about plastic. The plastic already be well known about how it affects the ecosystem and everything. And I would like to emphasize how the plastic is affecting the underwater ecosystem. Really. Actually, it has been invented in 1907. The American chemist. The plastic has been formulated with the help of coal, natural gas, and crude oil. These are the three ingredients we are taking this plastic to out. And because of this polymerization, ethylene is getting into the polyethylene, propylene is getting into the polypropylene, styrene is getting into the polystyrene. So this is the polymerization project, process in which plastics are getting. What is the problem in the plastics? There is two processes: decomposition and degradation. If it is decomposed, it will be well and good. Like our marine animal, everything is decomposed, even a human body also. But it has been degraded. Because of this degradation, the plastics are getting fragmented. What does it? Because of this fragmentation, it has come to the pot of microplastics. Nowadays is a hot topic, effect of microplastics to the fishes and to the human beings. I will be explaining it. This is the resin code. If you are taking one plastic bottle, just turn it out like all out bottle, coconut bottle. You can see the one type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The resin code used to be there. Because of this resin code, you can see whether it is recyclable and whether it is harmful to the ecosystem and whether it is good to the ecosystem. Like that, you can Google it. This is the resin code. The all the plastic they used to make it up within the triangle shape. The plastic pollution. You see, 1964, 15 million tons of plastic have been generated, but in 2019, 25 million tons of plastics we are creating along the board. You just think about it. Within a course of 40 years, it has been multiplied like anything. In India, 25,000 tons of plastic we are producing every day. Delhi is top rank for 689 tons. Chennai is second rank, 429 tons of everyday we are. In this particular, only 60% is recyclable. Then 40% is where it is going. Obviously, it is going to be landfills. The photographs you are seeing, these are the landfills we are often making the plastics. In the slides, you can see the plastic that from a use, it used to come to the rain and wind, it used to come to the ocean. Because of in the ocean, it has segregated as a microplastic. From the boats also we are throwing lot of nets. Because of this plastic pollution, lot of problems are there. I will be showing. What are the commonly found plastics in the inside the water? Cigarette butts, bottle caps, straws, cups and plates, single-use bags, food wrappers, and beverage bottles. If you're eating one dairy milk chocolate, if you're throwing your chocolate wrapper, then finally what will be 40% which come to the marine pond. That's why I said every year 8 million tons of plastics are being accumulated in the marine ecosystem. In the 100% plastic are there means in the 60% are other plastic, 49% are SUP, single-use plastics like covers and everything. 27% of plastic waste from fishing gears, 18% of only non-plastic waste actually. So why do animals eat plastic? You see, plastics are there. We know whether it is plastic or whether it is our food, but marine animals they don't able to segregate whether it is food or plastic. That is the main part. They cannot differentiate whether it is digestible material or not, because the plastic used to smell like food, smell like the taste like food, and behaves like food. That is why the animals, lot dolphins, sea turtles, they used to consume this kind of plastics as if thinking that it is like food. It's very pathetic point. And ingest plastic by accident. This is the whale shark. The particular habitat of the whale shark is they used to open its mouth and going forward. Whatever it is coming, by filtering it, it will be getting inside the sea. So filter feeding of whale shark is getting more ingestion of plastic by accident. I have seen by direct. You see, this is 2017 nearby Common Bridge. We done a postmortem of this whale shark. The particular whale shark, we found lot of plastic spoons and we have given lot of awareness message also. Don't throw the plastic inside the sea because finally it is killing a lot of marvelous and huge creatures like whale shark, whales and dolphins and everything. The chemicals actually. The plastic can release some kind of chemicals that smell like food and triggering species such as anchovies to find out. Anchovy species, right side I have put, one fourth of the fish contain plastic. If it is 1 kilo of fish, you see 250 grams, it is plastic. Just imagine are the same anchovies or fishes what we are doing, we are consuming. The same one fourth of the plastic is getting into a body part. Then, because of this plastic, we are facing lots of struggles actually. And jellyfishes eating species such as ocean. Actually, sea turtle used to consume these kind of jellyfishes. Jellyfishes in the underwater, if you're diving, the jellyfishes used to be umbrella shaped, very whitish color. Even the plastics resembles like very whitish in color. This, by mistake, the sea turtle, they are thinking that it is jellyfish, so it consume instead of jellyfish, it consume plastics. Because of this contamination in the digestive part, it used to die. Contaminated food with plastic. They're simply throwing the wrappers and everything. Because of this, it has been affecting many marine animals actually. This is contaminated food with plastics. And plastic microbites resemble fish eggs. So a lot of even the jellyfishes used to eat the sea fish eggs actually. And egg eating fish also a lot of species are there. They used to eat only fish eggs. This kind of plastic used to resembles like eggs actually. So by mistake, this kind of jellyfishes and everything used to consume this kind of plastics. And inability to differentiate the protein food from litter. What you are seeing, one seagull is taking one kind of beverage from it. They cannot differentiate whether it is on my food or plastic. So it's very pathetic. So because of this mistake, a lot of marine creatures are every day there are millions of animals are being dead. Then small species of suspended politics. Suspended politics like cigarettes, lighters, and the small pieces they used to be there, the suspended. The, by mistake, the small pieces of suspended plastics, a lot of birds used to pick it out, and because of this, they used to die. The sonar, even the birds use are having very good sonar system. Even the sonar system is getting confused to identify whether it is food or not. Then how does it kill? We are throwing the plastic inside the sea. It is being accumulated. What are the different types it is killing the marine life animals? You see, 267 species of marine animal species are being affected by the plastics by ingestion, starvation, suffocation, infection, drowning, and entanglement. You see, this is the one kind of way in which 50 to 80% of all sea turtle found dead have ingest of some plastics, and a lot of sea birds also. One kind of problem here is lot of birds they used to feed their chicks are plastic. Really, they don't know whether it is good or not. By mistake, they are feeding the plastic to their chicks, just like as a food. Because of the starvation you used to, uh, because of the you see the photograph, how much of plastic in the bales because of this ingestion by accident. Then starvation. I told you. So plastic can accumulate in the animal's stomachs, making them feel full, stopping them from eating and resulting in starvation. The mother is feeding the chick a plastic. It's a bad and the worst thing to see. And this is Philippines. So last year they have found 90 pounds of plastic waste in the one particular bale. So see, just imagine that 90 pounds means how much of weightage of this plastic are being accumulated in the particular one bale. Then suffocation. This kind of one-use SUP, single-use plastic, getting inside the people, marines used to marine life used to getting stuck with this kind of plastic. So because of this suffocation, lot of problems used to be there. Then infection, lot of old sea fishing nets used to because of this infection, a lot of seals, the dolphins used to die. Drowning, small crabs and everything used to drown, and this kind of ghost net, a lot of sea turtles used to entangle, and because of they can't swim, so it used to drown and dead. This kind of entanglement also happening for whale shark, very big animals also. So entanglement is a very important problem for the marine life. And sea turtle, 50 to 80% of all dead sea turtle found have plastic inside them. More than 50% of sea turtle eat plastic. See, very pathetic. They are now plastic has become a part of their food. Here is a albatross bird. You can see the cigar light, plastic caps, and everything in their stomach actually. Like the many birds are consuming this kind of suspended plastic particles. Marine mammals also, 54% of all whales, dolphins, and seals are impacted by plastic. Uh, uh, then NOAA estimate that 1 lakh marine mammals are killed by plastic each year. It's very pathetic actually. The dolphin also already said it is consuming a lot of plastics. Because of this, it is being dead. And corals, a lot of coral bed also, the plastic are getting accumulated. Because of this accumulation, corals get suffocation. So because of the suffocation, coral used to die. This is a microplastic concept. So the bottle is getting fragmented into microplastic. The pieces used to consume the microplastic, and the people be consuming the same fish. The same problem is coming to our pot as well. This is the problem. Even one research last year they have done. They have taken 10 branded mineral water companies, and the 10 branded mineral water companies, they have checked the microplastic in the mineral water bottle. What we are thinking is very pure and it is very good for health. In the particular mineral water also, they found, scientists, they have found microplastic. Yeah. What is the impact? This is the impact. These toxins are released both in the ocean and the marine animals who consume them. Because of this plastic, a lot of liver problems, hormonal disruption, immune system problems, and childhood development issues. Because of this microplastic concept, our human being, we are facing these kind of problems in future. Already it has been started. It will be increased in the course of time. So a lot of legislation is there. Environmental Protection Act is there. Non-biodegradable Waste Control Act is there. Plastic Carry Bay Control Act is there to control this kind of single-use plastic and other things. What we have to do? Simple three things. We have to reuse, we have to recycle, and pick reusable alternatives. These are the three things we can do for our mother nature. Otherwise, we can't able to think about the future. So please say no to the plastic. So thank you all. Thanks for this listening. If there is any doubt, you can please.
Sir, is audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There is a question from IVN.
Yes, sir.
These are affected very painful. The whales are affected very painful.
Yes, sir. Actually, in my service, I have rescued moreover four whale shark. The whale shark, we could find that there are five packs are there. One is plastic. Second one is oil spillage. Third one is lot of vessels, boats and ships. They used to be in the marine. They gives lot of noise pollution. You see, a lot of marine animals they used to communicate in the underwater. If there is more noise pollution, they can't able to communicate properly. So because of this, they used to come to the shore area. If the shore area there is there don't be much depth. Because of this, lot of whale shark also used to dead. These are the one of and propellers of the ships. It used to travel. The propellers used to keep the whale shark and everything. A lot of marine animals and used to die.
So next,
How much marine
Simita Das. How much the marine?
Yes.
Sir, can you able to view, sir?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How much marine organs we have to take care of? I already told you, ma'am. Actually, every year, 8 million tons of marine plastics are being accumulated in the ocean. I already showed you. Moreover, the data is there. 267 marine species are being affected by the plastic pollution. Actually, 5 to 50% of these sea turtles are found because of this plastic pollution. Dead. Even dolphin also. So we can't estimate really that much of negative impression we are giving to the marine ecosystem through this plastic pollution. Actually,
Thank you, sir.
yes,
Sir, question: why the corals are being deposited?
what is it? How? Uh, Tell me, sir. Once again, sir. Pardon. Why the corals are
Sir, I think it displayed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why the corals are being depressed? I don't know. Your question is whether in what meaning you are telling. being depleted. Yeah, corals. Actually, I already told you, corals it's one of the important ecosystem that marine. Actually, the corals are depleted because of what? We are using a lot of trawling boat. Actually, the trawling boat means they used to trawl. They used to take all the underwater system by trawling boat. They used to be two ships used to be there, and the two ships they used to tie up the bottom trawling. The bottom they used to track all the underwater ecosystem. They used to take corals, seaweeds, and a lot of marine organisms also. Because of the trawling, lot of corals have been affected. One more thing is coral bleaching. It has been taken place because of the coral global warming. Actually, the rise in the sea temperature. If the sea temperature is more, zoos and the interaction not be there. So because of this, coral bleaching used to be there. After that, the natural diseases like this kind of a band or a lot of diseases are there. These are the main reason. Already earlier, coral mining was there, but now it has been stopped from 2005 onwards. So there will be no coral mining actually. Now it has been the control.
Sir, another question from Kodalur Forest Range, Mr. Abdul sir.
Okay. What is the status of the coral reef depletion in Gulf of Mannar? What are the measures taken by the forest department to take the yes, sir. Actually, we are every year we are doing lot of coral reef restoration work. We are doing even I'm also doing my PhD in the coral restoration work. Actually, already I told you, 30% of the coral is alive. The 30% of the coral is alive. Moreover, it is getting improved. Last year also, the coral is getting improved. Moreover, it as a live coral is 35%. It has come up very well. Because already I told you 2016 lot of global temperature has been rise because of coral bleaching was there. Because of the coral bleaching, it has been totally affected. Now it has been renovated. And simultaneously, with the scientist help, the forest department also doing a lot of artificial coral restoration programs also. So very well within 4 or 5 years, the percentage will be increased to 45 to 50. We are hoping for a good thing. So. Yeah, doing of
Sir, another from here.
doing of scuba diving, cleaning. Yeah, the thing is, you must be a very good scuba diver. You must be a license holder. Already, I told you, PADI is there. In the you must be a PADI license holder. If you are a trained scuba diver, means then as per interest, then we can take you and we can join you for our as usual cleaning program. Then you are always you are welcome because we are including a lot of NGO persons also. You are almost welcome. You can do that, but you must be a very trained person. And then for that, how it make it possible means you have to get a license. Already I told you in Pondicherry, Temple Adventure. Temple Adventure is the institute. It is a premier institute in our India. He is Mr. Aravind Darunsri. He is very good in the teaching, and we are also trained. He is very good person. You can get trained, training from them. You can after that you can join with them. Join with us.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. It's a last. It's not a question, sir. It's someone conveying the message, sir. Nice to see the
Thank you so
ranger
much.
range officer deliberating.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure because my ambition is the youth of our country must learn something about the ecosystem because it is very precious ecosystem. We must our youth people must have the view about the ecosystem. Then only we can conserve in the upcoming days. That is why I have very much interest to share my view about this.
So it's the last question, sir, from J.
Yes,
Sri Ramkumar.
their course conducted a student of the conservation environment with practical. Actually, madam, we don't have any marine courses, but for example, Annamala University also there. In the Annamala University, we are having a Center for Advanced Science in Marine Biology. CAS, it is in Parangipete. I am also doing my PhD in the CAS. Actually, if you are interested, they must host a lot of diploma programs. You can join. And for practical proportions, if you are interested, you can get the Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park. You can come and visit Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park. But we are alone. We are not giving any marine program. And as well as Sugandhi Devadasan Marine Research Institute, SDMR, right? It is in Tuticorin. They are also giving some marine research programs that you can join.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
So, thank you so much, sir. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all the participants. And we have shared more information, sir.
Thank you,
Because
sir.
you have shared more information.
Yeah.
This is the information at the present youth and all the faculty members and the society need.
Yes, yes. Thank you. It's my
Thank you,
pleasure.
sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you
you, sir.
all.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir. Thank you.
Good day. Good day.
Okay. So all the participants have sent a feedback link to your mail ID. There is no feedback will be shared here. Thank you very much. I have sent all the feedback link to your mail ID for all the participants, and the email has also sent. With all the registered participants' mail ID, the email sent to you. It's been confirmed that you have given. Always need your cooperation. Without the participants, we don't even get at this platform. Thank you so much. Thank you.